Welcome guys to my YouTube channel Joyce Kioko, to this program Healing the Heart Inside the Heart. And today I'm bringing you a guest who has a very amazing story, and I want her to share her story with you guys. So don't go anywhere. Mami, karibu sana. Introduce yourself, tell us your name and where you come from.
Thank you for having me today. My name is Leonora Wiwa and I come from Kitale.
Kitale?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, by the way, you look very smart. I love your dress.
Thank you.
Yeah. Leonora, who is Leonora Wiwa?
Leonora Wiwa is a daughter, a mother, a wife, and an entrepreneur.
Amazing, amazing. Leonora, you have a very amazing story, and right now you are in a process of healing. This program is called Healing the Heart, the pain inside the heart. Yes. And I've heard your story. It's an amazing story, and I would want you to share with our viewers what you've gone through in your life, your process of healing. Have you healed? The challenges that you've gone through in life, because you have overcome so much. So tell us your story.
My story is actually about taking care of a sick person, and the unexpected happened.
Who is this sick person? Is it someone who was close to you? Is it a friend? Or who was she or he? You've taken care of someone who was ailing for a long time, right? Yeah. Can you tell us who this person was? And how were you related to?
The person I'm talking about is my late mom.
Your late mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom went through a lot when she was sick. She was suffering from cancer.
Okay.
At first, she thought it was ulcers. You know, when you feel something is not right with your body, kindly go and check.
Yeah.
Go visit a doctor to find out what's really going on.
Yeah.
Because we assume very many things. We feel like you have a stomach upset or anything, you have a headache, but you assume.
Most of the people, they normally
the
use
symptoms don't come
or something like that.
You just go over the counter and buy medicine over the counter, which is not advisable. We assume so many things, and at the end
you come to realize it's not what really it is.
Yeah.
It's something different.
Yeah.
Okay, so take us through the journey of you being born and then growing up, and then you're staying with your mom, of course.
Yep.
Do you have maybe brothers? Do you have sisters?
I was born in Kitale. I'm from a single mom. So we used to live in Molo. So I went to school in Molo, nursery, primary, high school, and then I relocated to Nairobi. That's when I came to do accounting.
Okay.
Yeah,
in college?
at Visions, Visions Institute. So when I came to Nairobi, I left my mom alone. She used to work in Molo.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have siblings. I'm the only one.
Meaning
So
you're
it
the
was
only child of your mom.
Yeah. It was
So it's
my mom
just you and your
me.
mom.
Yeah.
Which is very sad.
Yeah, but I got used to it. But I used to feel like something was off, because when I go to school, primary, or high school, people will talk about their sisters, their brothers, their dads, but I had nothing to say, because
you only
I
had
don't
your
know,
mom.
I can't relate with people who have siblings, because I don't.
Yeah.
It was hard growing up, but my mom was always there for me.
Yes.
Thank you. It's not easy. It's not easy being alone.
Yeah.
But God is there.
Mm.
You know, God always had us. He never left us. We struggled. My mom struggled paying school fees, you know, paying rent. But all in all, she made it because she believed. She believed in God.
Yeah.
And God always supported her. It's unfortunate that she's not here to see the lady that I've become, the woman that I've become right now. I'm now married. I have a family.
Yeah.
I have 3 kids. I usually miss her because sometimes I find myself in situations where I don't know what to do, but I don't know who to call, you know. When your mom is there, you can call her anytime. You can talk to her about anything,
Yeah, that's
you know.
true.
But now, without mom, life has been difficult because every time I make a mistake, people will judge me. Some will not tell me, you know what, Leonora, whatever you're doing is not right. Or whatever you did the other time was not right. So change your ways, you know, like change your parenting ways, change how you live with your husband, change the friends who are around you, you know. I cannot say like all my, okay, to me, I can think that all my friends are good friends,
Yeah.
they are there for me, they're supporting me. But my mom could tell me, no, this one, no,
Yeah.
just keep off.
Yeah.
You know, she would advise me. Yeah, she was there for me. She was like my pillar. Huh? She could always,
Stand by you.
yeah, you know. Anyway, she was a good woman. May she rest in peace.
Sorry about that. It's a very sad story. And I'm sorry. May mom rest in peace. Leonora, what happened to your mom?
There was a time when I came to Nairobi, my mom called me. And then she told me, I have some news for you. I asked her what. She told me, I have cancer. And I asked her, are you sure? She told me yes. She used to see an oncologist who was based in Nakuru. So I told her, what next? She told me, the oncologist said, we have to start chemotherapy. I asked her, how will you do it?
Let me cut you short. Previously, before your mom broke that news to you, you've told us that she was treating ulcers.
Yes, that's what she thought it was. Because she used to vomit. You know, like anytime she eats anything, she'll vomit. So she thought maybe it was acidity, ulcers. But it reached a point where she couldn't like eat anything completely. That's when she decided to go see the oncologist. That's when the oncologist told her, you're suffering from, actually you have a growth in the colon. So you have to go for surgery.
Yeah.
I was here in Nairobi. And I asked her, now, what next?
What was next?
So it was difficult. You know, my mom used to do things for herself.
For
She never
herself.
depended on
Depending on-
anyone.
yeah.
You know, she said, I'll make it. I'll be going to
She was
chemo
strong.
every week or something in Nakuru. I didn't know how chemotherapy worked. I didn't know by then. So she would go in the morning, do her chemo, go back home alone. But she couldn't go to work for the next like 3 days because she didn't have energy to do anything at
It
all.
weakened her.
Yeah. And I was here in Nairobi, but then I was pregnant with my firstborn. So I couldn't go there and I was working. You know. She made it through. After that, she told me, oh, the cancer is gone. Like, after going for tests, she called me and told me,
It had disappeared.
yeah, I'm cancer free. She was very excited. She was very happy. I was happy for her too. Actually, by then I didn't know what cancer was. I just hear cancer, cancer. I didn't know actually
What it really was, what it really meant, someone suffering
Yes.
from cancer.
After a while, she decided to go back to the university. She was studying degree in agriculture or something. She called me one day and she told me, I'm sick, I cannot even get out of the bed. And I told her, what is wrong? She told me she doesn't know. Fortunately, there was an ambulance in school. She was at Egerton University main campus. So they took her to Nakuru. After that, the doctor called me and she told me, your mother is lonely. She needs you. I came from Nairobi. I went to Nakuru. It was on a Friday. And she told me, I asked her, should I come visit you? She told me no, I'll be okay and I'll go back to school. So I called my grandmother and told her, Mom is saying that I should not go visit her. What do I do? She told me, no, you have to find a way. Don't tell her you're going, but you have to find a way. You just go. When I went to the hospital, my mother couldn't recognize me. She asked me, who are you? That's when I knew my mom was sick. So the doctor told me she cannot spend another night here. You have to go with her. She used to live alone in Molo, so there's no way I could leave her to go alone. She was sick. I traveled with her from Nakuru to Nairobi that night. I talked to my aunt, the sister, and we went to her place in South Bay. That was on Friday. On Saturday, I went to check on her, but my aunt told me, no, your mother is sick. We have to take her to the hospital. So we went to the hospital. The doctor admitted her. Now the doctor was asking me questions because it's like she had lost her memory. So the doctor asked me, has she suffered from any illness or anything I should know?
Very previously.
I told the doctor she once suffered from cancer. But she called me, she told me she's cancer free. So I don't know. The doctor told me now, at least we know where to start from. So when they went to do more tests, they found out that she had colon cancer. The cancer had gone to the lungs, the liver, brain. She had a brain tumor. We started. It was difficult for me because I had to take care of her. I had to book the appointments for chemo, the radiation. I had to see her every day, morning, lunchtime, evening. I could visit her.
Working?
Yeah.
You have kids?
I could, because if I don't visit her during lunchtime, I go in the evening. She'll ask me, "Why did you leave me alone?" She felt lonely.
How did you manage doing all that? That time you're working, you have small kids in the house, you have mom to take care of. How were you able to do all that at the same time?
It was difficult. Taking care of a sick person is difficult because she became like a baby. You had to do everything for her. Take her to the latrine, to the toilet. You bathe her, you dress her, you feed her. I had kids. I'll do the same. It was difficult, but I managed. The people who stood by me through the whole process, my aunties, cousins, friends, they were there for me. I remember there's a day we had a WhatsApp group. I told my friends, hey guys, kindly pray for my mom, she's sick. They did a harambe and they sent me money to me now you take care of your mom. We're not going to leave you. We'll stand by you. In case you need anything, we'll be there for you. Her colleagues, ex-colleagues used to come all the way from Molo. They'll come visit her. Her friends will come visit her. They would call her. It was not an easy thing. So after at least she was better, the doctor decided to discharge her. After discharging her, I stayed with her at my place for around 2 weeks, and then she told me she wants to go back to her place in Molo. Yeah. So I called the sister. She came, picked her, and they went to stay in Molo for around a month or so. After that, the oncologist called me and told me, now we need to see how your mom is going, how she's doing. So kindly make sure you come next week for an appointment. Went, picked her up, came here to Nairobi, took her to the oncologist. She said there's not much improvement because she couldn't walk, she couldn't do anything by herself, she couldn't feed herself. We could do everything for her. All she could do was to lie on the bed, or if she wanted to watch TV, you carry her, you help her to the sofa,
put her in the right posture.
It was difficult. If I had siblings, we would have helped each other, one another.
That's true.
I managed. All in all, I managed. So we came. The doctor said there's not much we can do. The only thing he can do is to give her morphine to ease her pain, because
her case had become worse.
It was lung cancer stage 4. There's nothing the doctor could have done. So before I took her back for the doctor to give her morphine, I was in the office. Then my aunt called me. She told me, Mom is not doing well. You have to come. I told her, since I'm far, you take a taxi and go to the hospital. I called the doctor. Unfortunately, she passed on her way to the hospital.
Sorry.
Okay, at some point, I had expected that because I could see how she was suffering. But I never thought that was the last thing. I was going to see her, I was going to talk to her. It's painful.
Tears.
But anyway.
So you got a call from your aunt?
Yeah.
Okay. So you met your aunt at the hospital?
Yeah. Actually, before going, I called my husband and told him, I understand Mom is very sick. Where are you? He told me he was on his way home. I told him, then will you go? Take a taxi and then we meet at the hospital. Instead of me coming home and then we go with you guys to the hospital. Unfortunately,
she was no more.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It's a very sad story. It's a very sad story that you wouldn't wish anyone to go through such.
Yeah.
Not even your enemy. We're sorry about that. How did you manage to overcome all this? Were there friends that stood by you? Were there friends that neglected you? Family and all that?
Yeah. Okay, there are people who are there for me. Truly. There are those who pretended to be there for me. Yeah. But I thank God for those who stood by me throughout and who do to date. There are those people who will call me to find out how I'm doing, how the kids are doing, you know. But there are those who, the moment mom died, that was it.
I'm sorry about that. I know you miss your mom so much.
Yep.
If perhaps your mom was still here with us, what would you tell her?
I thank you. I would have thanked her because of the woman I am today. You know, my mom was a very strict woman, very strict. She was caring. She was compassionate. And she was truthful. She could tell, if you do anything wrong, she could tell you, no, whatever you're doing is not right. You know? If you want to do something, she could tell, don't do it this way, do it the other way. You know? She guided me a lot when I was growing up.
You're now married. You have kids. What would you tell your kids about their grandmother?
A very strict grandmother who would have loved to see them go through school. Respect their elders, you know, like respect your parents, respect your teachers, respect everyone, the church elders, the chiefs, whoever. She believed in self-respect. When you respect yourself, people will respect you. I know she would have guided them the right way. Yeah.
What is it that you miss so much about your mom? I know you miss so many things about your mom, but what is it specifically that you miss about your mom that you cannot get it right now? Or you cannot get it from someone else?
Her advice. You know, I really miss, because like right now, I just can't call anyone asking for advice. Most people will tell you what you want to hear. Others will tell you the truth. Like, if you do this,
Others will judge you.
yeah. Others will judge me, you know. I miss her advice, you know. Advice. Her love.
Would you want your kids to grow up like you, to grow up with the same how you were brought up with your mom?
I would love to, but you know, time has changed.
Time has changed, it is true.
It's not like,
but you still have some values that you got from your mom that you can, you can also
like
try.
My daughter is, I think, a replica of my mom.
So whenever you see her, you see your mom.
Exactly.
Okay. That's a very sad story, and I'm sorry because of what you went through in regards to your mom. So many people are going through the same issues, and so many people maybe they have health issues, but they're ignoring, and they're using the maybe short remedies, painkillers and all that to ease the pain. I want you to face that camera and advise people who are going through the same thing that you have gone through, and they feel that they're giving up because you see, people give up on taking care of their loved ones.
Very true.
Yeah, it is not easy taking care of someone who is sick. It is not easy at all, especially for you. You are all alone. You didn't have siblings. Yes, you had friends and family who were helping you, but at least if you had siblings, you could alternate and take care of mom. There's someone watching us and who is going through the same thing. I want you to look at that camera and tell them, advise them in such a case.
Actually, taking care of a terminally ill person is not easy. You need strength. You really have to be a strong person You have to believe in God. Ask God for strength, for wisdom. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy, but don't give up.
Have you ever
Never
thought
give up.
of giving up? Have you ever reached to a point of you, giving up? Like,
Yeah,
what
so
is
many
this?
times. So many times. Sometimes I feel depressed. You know, sometimes I feel stressed. I call my mom's number, even though I know it won't go through. I just call that number. And or sometimes I'll talk to myself like, I assume she's there, she's listening to me. Now, Mom, how do I go about this? What do I do? But at least I thank God for my aunties. The aunties I call, their cousins I call, some relatives I call. And ask them now, this is happening to me. How do I go about it? They'll advise me. And those who have stood by me to date, and I thank God for them.
Viewers, you've heard that is a very sad story. If there's someone out there who is going through such difficulties or challenges like this, if you're there, you're taking care of a sickly person, please don't give up. Continue taking care of them with all your heart. And I normally say that everything good or bad that you do in this earth, it's a seed you have planted. One day you shall reap the same. So don't give up. I know it is difficult to take care of a person who is sick, and like she went through a very hard time, but fight it. Encourage the person. You might not know, it might not end up the same. It might not end up with death. That person might live because of the courage, because of the strength that you show. You're showing those people who are going through such sicknesses or such pain or different health issues and stuff. So do not give up on taking care of people. Don't look for payments, or don't expect anything at all. Just devote yourself to take care of them from the bottom of your heart, and you may never know, someone else will return the favor one day, or something good will just happen to you because of the seed that you planted. What has your experience taught you in life?
Patience, trust in God. God cannot tempt you beyond your strength.
Yeah.
Everything that you're going through, God knows about it. And it was written that you'll go through whatever you're going through at a particular moment. You know? But I thank God for everything.
Amazing.
You know, time, healing takes time. People heal differently. Those people will heal after a month, others will heal after 2 years, others will never heal.
Depending on the weight of the challenges also.
And one thing I can tell people is cherish the moments you have with your loved ones, no matter what. Yes. Don't live in regrets later on. I wish I knew I could have treated this one so better. I could have done ABCD. No. You work on those things now because you don't know about tomorrow. Yeah.
That's amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much for your time and all that. And may God bless you, and may God continue healing your hearts, and may He fulfill the desires of your heart and give you wisdom to take care of your kids and wale katika njia za Mungu. May God bless you so much. You are a very strong woman, and this far I believe you have seen God.
Yes.
And I know this experience has brought you closer to God.
True.
Thank you very much. Guys, we have reached the end of this interview. You've heard her story, and I hope you have been encouraged. Someone outside there who mwenye amekata tamaa, who is giving up thinking that life is a mess or life is difficult or life challenges of life don't have an end. Kila kitu kilicho na mwanzo kiko na mwisho. Asanteni sana kwa kuzidi kutazama. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for viewing us. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for your comments. We really appreciate you. Until next time, God bless you.